Hi everybody, welcome. This is Sunshine Sea Heals. I wanted to come on here first thing this morning because I was getting a lot of really powerful downloads. I was actually coaching a client on my other app, Purple Ocean, and it struck me just the prophetic words that I was sharing with her based on her situation. She's currently, just to give you a little backstory, looking for a job. And she's been looking for a job as a corporate recruiter for probably a year. I've been coaching her on my app Purple Ocean for about 6 months, and the prophecies that I've seen thus far are getting closer and closer and closer to her goals. As we all know, time and spirit are fluid. So in the spiritual realm, what's spiritual is practical, and spirit helps those who help themselves. And that, when you're leaning into your radical self-love and your joy, is what brings the exponential trajectory, is what maximizes and changes timelines and makes them fluid to where you're bending your reality, you're bending your trajectory based on what you're doing. Okay, so some of the big messages that I was getting today are, I thought about that song by the Rolling Stones, and I'm not sure which song it is, so if you do find it, I hadn't had time because I wanted to jump on here before a client. Lose Your Dreams and You Will Lose Your Mind by the Rolling Stones. So I have a great love and history with a couple amazing shows recently with the Stones that I seated the entire SoFi Stadium with Reiki and love intentionally during the concert, during one of their last shows the last couple of years ago, post-COVID. So that was very powerful. So whatever song that is, please, if you know it, let me know. But anyhow, the point that I want to get across is I want to go into this macro and this micro. Because as I mentioned, and we all know, what spiritual is practical, and that's what we're learning. It's not just some airy-fairy pie in the sky type of thing. It's the day-to-day. It's the intention. It's the thoughts. I mean, we see it all over social media. But I want to give you kind of a big, grand scope of things, of how I see it and how it works in my mind. I was getting these downloads and I felt very, very called to share these today. And they are based on, first of all, dreams, okay? Again, lose your dreams and you will lose your mind. So the great psychologists and philosophers talk about dreams. Dreams are a portal into astral realms, alternate realities. Light some sage here for us. And they allow us to have our soul recalibrate. For example, if we are stressed out about money, a job, a relationship, whatever it may be, if we can't deal with it on the day-to-day because of the matrix, because of responsibilities, because of adulting, we are going to have to allow our soul and our ego sometimes, which is fear, and soul is love. Okay, let's get that clear. To release it in the dream state, to release it in the dream time. Okay, releasing it in the dream time allows our soul to recalibrate. It allows the fear to be released, and sometimes when you have those dreams that you're with somebody that you wanted to see, that you've missed, a sense of longing for, a person, place, or thing, or your biggest fear, you'll notice that in the dream world, you will release it. I picked this sage actually out here at Escondido Creek. In Alivenhain, there's a beautiful little creek out there, and it's my secret sage bush here locally in North County. I like to keep it whole like this. It's kind of beautiful. It's like a dancing sage tree. So that's one way that we release it. That's on the inner, okay? That's on the subconscious. That's on the psyche. Now, what about the outer realm? Okay, what about 5D astral moving into 3D and vice versa? Where's that dance? Where's that act of creation? So I always advocate for getting centered with myself, getting centered with my meditation and my yoga and my breath work and my movement. That's all intentional movement, and it's joy. I love movement, I love joy. I'm an Aquarius, I'm a free spirit, I've always been a dancer. I will always hope to dance for the rest of my life. And a lot of you may know about some of my injuries that I've been experiencing and overcoming in the last couple of years, that I've posted a lot more recently about some of the mobility exercises, the mind over matter, just taking it, like owning it, like knowing all about your illness, knowing all about your injury, being your biggest advocate, your biggest doctor, if you will. So, this is how we're going to learn and teach ourselves and heal ourselves and then be healers. It's all happening for us. It's the most beautiful thing and humbling thing and difficult thing to have an injury and then have to literally baby step crawl and learn how to walk again, and let alone learn how to dance, learn how to jump, learn how to soar again, learn how to trust again. And I've been posting a lot of that. Now, some of this too, for me, wraps into dreams. What are your dreams? My dream is that I am a mentor, a coach, an alchemist, a healer, that I have love medicine. We all have, in the Indian traditions, they talk about having a medicine pouch. We all have love medicine. We all have a potion. And when we tap into that, that's basically physiology. So we're tapping into our potion. We're tapping into our physiology, which creates that perfect environment of homeostasis. And what is that? It's a relaxed nervous system. It's balanced hormones. It's being in the Zen zone. It's being at peace. It's being out of anxiety. It's being in fluidity. It's being in creativity. It's expressing yourself. Expression is the highest form of God, goddess. That is spirit. That is source. That is abundance. And I talk about the missing piece. We all have a little piece that's huge, way bigger and exponential than we can even understand and comprehend. That is a puzzle piece that is huge in our own regard, and yet small in the collective, to make an even bigger piece, a bigger mosaic for world peace. P-E-A-C-E, P-I-E-C-E. Okay, so that piece of you, that missing piece to the huge puzzle, is the piece of inner peace and is the piece of outer peace. So when I was chatting with my client, I was telling her, it's all about that inner peace, right? And then it's that outer peace. It's that confidence. It's that glow up. It's that fake it till you make it. It's what I tell all of my clients. And I've coached 10,000 now with readings. I utilize divination. I utilize intuitive healing downloads from spirit, making myself a vessel for knowledge, wisdom, which is authentic power for the collective. Lose your dreams and you will lose your mind. We all have a dream. I wrote a poem about that on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday one year, many years ago on Facebook, when I first started going on Facebook. And I was so inspired by his passion, by his preaching, by his word, because I too have the gift of the word to express my truth for the collective, that I was so inspired that I wrote, I too have a dream, by Sunshine Seekar. And if you can find it on Facebook, let me know. It's way buried back in the archives before I was even doing this work. But I've always been doing this work. There's something inside of you that you've always been doing since you were a child. And that's where the shadow work and the inner child work and the expression and the reclaiming of your inner child, your wild child, your medicine, your love potion, and your wolf, leader of the pack energy, your leadership, your gifts, your magic. That's what this is about. All of this stuff on social media comes down to one thing: your beautiful, God-given, spirit-given, universe-given, source-given, whoever you pray to, most respectfully. These acts of divination that I do are all encompassing and all respectful of all God. Okay? And that is beauty and love and peace and expression and harmony. And when I say beauty, it's the inner beauty. It's the beauty makers. It's the respecters of the earth. It's the respecters of ourselves, our vessels, to adorn, to respect, to resource ourselves with things that are whole, holistic, healing, and organic. That is the only way that we get back to source, back to the Garden of Eden, back to peace, back to wholeness, back to wellness, back to balance, back to homeostasis, back to the inner child, back to the beginning, the Big Bang, the explosion. It's all about evolution, not revolution, not revolving over and over samsara, the snake eating the tail over and over again in an endless cycle of death, rebirth. It is about the breaking of that cycle. It is about the breaking of those chains, those burdens. It is about fast tracking on your trajectory to your forward momentum, to why you're here, your God-given laser beam pinpointed gift. That is that missing piece. That's what brings us health. That's what brings us lack of anxiety. That's what brings us a lush, soul-filled day that is so wonderfully real and authentic, which is your true power and your God-given birthright, that makes us sleep heavy. It makes us not have to have nightmares. It recalibrates the nervous system. It recalibrates the soul. It allows us full freedom, authenticity, expression, sovereignty, abundance. Okay? It's the toroidal energy. Look up Torridiol, I believe, or AL. It's the Taurus, not like the sun, not like the sign, not like the bull, but the Torris, I believe. That is quantum physics. That is the energy of the earth. That is the energy of, if you were to see a fountain, one of those cake-tiered fountains that flows outwardly, it sucks the water up, it sucks the chi up, it sucks the kundalini energy up, it shoots it out of the top, it sprays it out, and it rinses and repeats. It rinses and repeats over and over again. Infinite. That's free energy. That's who we are. When we resource with positivity, when we resource and we replenish and we water our own garden, so to speak, that is replenishing that God-given system. Did you know that the heart is a vortex? Very similar to what I'm saying. It's the microcosm of the macrocosm. Okay, this is big picture thinking here. I'm a visionary, so I'm showing you from the most infinite to the most micro to the most macro, okay, to the most infinitesimal to the infinite. I believe those are the words. So when I said today, lose your dreams or you will lose your mind, and I looked into this bag and didn't even look, just pulled out a card, and it so happened to be the dreams card as I was saying that to my client. This shows me that there is a higher law. There is what's called in quantum physics the law of chaos. Look that up too. These are principles that when we want to manifest and we really want to pull out all the stops and we really want to move forward on the trajectory, these are ancient truths. They're spiritual laws. And I have been teaching these throughout my coaching for the past 6 years now, but really in essence my whole life, because I feel as a starseed that I've come back to relearn these, to forget them and to learn them all over again. Through trials and tribulations, sometimes more difficult than others, shadow moments, dark night of the soul, really difficult, challenging things that have happened to me with illnesses and losing people and betrayal and just different really stuff that I don't come on here and talk about that often. But I want you to know I've been busy being the light that is shining the light that is my backstory, not talking about it, but shining the light for the tools to move forward from my backstory onto your now, the client's now. This is my gift. This is how I can fast track you. This is reclaiming your spirit, reclaiming your magic, reclaiming your divinity, reclaiming your authentic power, rewilding, expressing yourself, creating. You are creation. We are all artists, healers, dancers, lovers, creators, powerful creatixes. We are gods and goddesses. We are here to create. We are here to love. We are here to be abundant. We are here to expand. We are here to heal. And you play a very, 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 very important role in it. And that is why I have been fast tracking 10K the past 6 years, but really my whole life. This is the first time that I've understood what I was doing all along. This is the first time I really understood that it could be monetizable, and you too have a gift within you that's monetizable, that's a seed that no one else has. And when you express it during this lifetime, it is the last time that it will be expressed through your vessel in the way that it will be expressed, never to be expressed again. So it is absolutely mother effing vital that you express it in this lifetime, because that is what's going to set you free, my friends. That is what the law of attraction is about. That is what abundance is about. That is what health is about. That is what your soul is what is about. That's why I've been creating since a child. We've all been creating since a child, and carving out, getting out, freeing myself out of the matrix to be able to have the peace and the regulated nervous system to create, to draw, to dance, to sing, to cook, to love, to make love to my shadow, my inner child, to integrate all of the parts of me that were non-lovable, so to speak, that I was afraid of. And believe me, most of us are afraid of our power and our light. But think about the world. Be a visionary. Imagine it, visualize it, being all of us living our dreams, all of us expressing ourselves, being clear, being authentically who we are. And then think about how magical that would be, how easy and peaceful and fun and blissful that would be to be able to be in a room, let alone a family and a world, the universe, feeling that same way. Individually shining their own light, individually expressing their own truth, as long as it's not hurting anybody. And I don't mean that from, oh, I say something and it triggers you. I mean not harming anyone in any ill way, because that is not true expression. That is not true creation. Okay, there's lower forms of creation. You see it in music and art and film. There's all kinds of ways to express and to communicate, and some of that is coming from a wounded vessel. That is when we get to heal our vessel. We get to love ourselves again unconditionally, so that we can express it in a way that harms no one, mainly ourselves. There's a lot of artists out there that are injured. There's a lot of healers out there like myself that have been injured many, many years. Hurt people. And I made a decision several years back when I went along this path and this journey, when I was learning to work with divination, and I was learning about oracle and Reiki and energy healing and medicine and healing an illness and a nervous system with anxiety, and also healing an immune system issue that I've had, and also a work injury, doing the work that I've done, taking on all of this energy, taking on the burden, the power, taking on that load that's not authentic power. It's a false sense of power. Oh, I'm busy, I work too much. Oh, workaholics. Yeah, that's self-injurious. We need to play. We need to express. We get to dance. We get to nurture ourselves. We get to mother ourselves. We get to father ourselves. We get to romance ourselves. We get to fall in love with ourselves. That's the gift. And when we do that, that's actually when we can be healed and be on that journey, at least on that path that allows and invites others of the same like mind, because we attract what we are, to be at least working on it, working on ourselves and co-creating with that. Not a trauma bond. Okay, not attracting somebody that's going to be perpetuating that sickness and that illness and that disease and that toxicity. Yes, the divine masculine and divine feminine are rising up together. We are healing. We are getting together once more to go back into the quote-unquote Garden of Eden here on earth, as above, so below, as in heaven, as in earth. Okay, and yes, that includes being sensual. Yes, that includes loving yourself. Yes, that includes learning to control some of that sexual appetites and harnessing that for creativity. Self-pleasure, self-joy, self-expression has many facets, and we'll go into that in lots more of these messages in the future. But I just wanted to touch base with you right now on the real truth of all of this spiritual fodder that's on TikTok, that's YouTube, that's Instagram, that's all on social media, that's even on Facebook. Is to rewild, my dear, my loves, is to reclaim who you authentically are, is to resource whom you are, is to express, is to learn how to walk in whom you truly are. Again, we're all here to walk each other home, right? Is to, what does that mean? Was one of my clients that I was working with yesterday, Shelby, Alexander says, it's not what is easy, it's what is easeful. So what is easeful? What's easeful is what is in most alignment, okay? What is in most alignment is, what is the thing that I thought of? What are the things that are spirit niggling me to do and nudging me to do? And those little downloads and those little aha moments and those little inspirations, it's like art. Those are those little happy accidents. Those are going down the path less traveled, the road less traveled. Those are experimenting with cooking, with art, with dance, with music, with your home, with your space, with your body, with your clothing, with your environment, with how you want to show up. What brings you the most joy in your environment? What can you let go of? Can you surrender just a little bit more to the things that really are not serving you, to make space, to have a clear canvas? I have this pile of canvases that are all blank canvases behind me that I am destined to paint upon again. But everything else with the collective, doing these 10,000 readings, fast tracking the collective, is my medicine for you. And we all have a medicine to give. And trust me, when you go about that and you trust that that is the right path, and that there is a higher plan that we cannot see, that is the law of chaos, which means I can intentionally pick a card out of this huge bag, and that card will be what we need to hear right now. Okay, I've got one. The Gambler. This is an archetype. This is a psychological archetype by Carolyn Myss. Okay, this card, let's read it. Isn't what it really sounds like. Okay, this card is so bright, my lighting's a little weird. Willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. Okay? So there it is. All right, and the shadow of that, okay, because there's a light attribute and a shadow, and the shadow of that is relying on luck rather than hard work. Okay, so people say to me sometimes, oh, you're so lucky, or something like that. No, it's not so much that. I wouldn't say that. I believe in that there's a higher law. I believe in that there's a divine order and a higher divine order, like the waterfalls in the law of chaos, where I'm picking a card, okay? What is this one? The Wheel of Fortune, okay? Yeah, okay, this is the card that talks about luck, okay? There it is. See? I'm talking about it and it appears. Okay, we all have certain gifts. I have some, I'm a manifesting generator, so I have a homing device that can help me. I use the word, I use divination, I use the cards. But I also get these downloads intuitively from spirit and dreams myself. And these are designed to give the viewer faith, to have faith in yourself. You can do this too. And getting your alignment together is what I do every day. I get my alignment together as best as I can, and believe me, some days are really, really tough. Spirit is like, wake up, sunshine. They're knocking super loud, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go about it same old. So about the luck, it's not so much luck, okay? I feel like it's serendipity. I feel like that's unexpectedly sweet because of the synchronicities. But the synchronicities are only allowed to show up if the vessel is ready to receive. It's along those lines as you cannot fill an overflowing cup over and over again. Yes, it's going to be overflowing, it's going to be spilling everywhere, and maybe you get a straw and suck it off the floor, whatever you want to do. But what my point is, take the cup to the right measure, drink it, and there it is. You've resourced, right? You're in flow. You're in balance. You have what you need, okay? And then, my point is, that's when you can actually have something to give. And, in right measure, you have opened yourself to receive. Like, I have an empty cup right now. Can't make this up. I'm ready to receive my tea, and I'm spilling the tea. I'm sharing the tea here, sunshine tea, sharing the tea, spilling the tea, okay? From a cup that's just been poured out to you, so now it's empty, but I'm gonna refill it so that I can fill it again, so that I can serve the tea again. I'm gonna be serving the tea all day long. As many times as the phone rings, as many times as the client needs, as many times as I can resource the toroidal image, the fountain coming in, or actually it's this way, it's coming up, which is like the universe, the earth too, the energy pulls up the core and it flows out, very much like a song I heard this morning, the Kundalini Express. Listen to that song by Love and Rockets. You will hear some amazing lyrics, okay, and also Lose Your Dreams and You Will Lose Your Mind by the Rolling Stones. Listen to some of the lyrics, okay? There's messages in the lyrics of music. Music is healing. Music is vibrational. I recommend solfeggio frequencies while you sleep, but I am one girl that loves me some rock and roll. I definitely was a rock star in another life, even in this lifetime, in my own mind, even in my own living room on the beach, dancing, doing all the fun stuff I love to do here. As you know, I'm an avid dance artist here. That is my expression. That's how I give back to myself, to be able to source. So you'll see a lot of videos doing divination. You'll see a lot of videos sharing and, coaching and all of that good stuff and getting these downloads. But by resourcing myself with organic green tea, green juice, water, sunshine, organic food, going down to the ocean, my church, and giving to myself through movement, and getting the chi from all of the elements, because the beach has all of the elements. It has water spirits, fire, earth, wind, air, breath, movement, nature, animals, and it's purifying. The salt is purifying. I'm part mermaid. This is what I have to do every couple days, or I feel not myself. I don't feel like I can flow. I'm an air sign. I get in my head. I need to be able to get to the water to feel. So know thyself. Learn about yourself. What is it that you need? Are you stuck? Do you need some fire? Are you stuck? Do you need some nurturing and healing and some water? Do you need some nutrition, some supplements? How are your joints feeling? You know, we all are getting a little bit more mature, even though I want to live to 2000. I have a young spirit, but an old soul. Are you using an anti-inflammatory diet? Are you making time for joy? Are you finding ways to treat yourself with desserts that are not sugar-based, right? That are more natural, that feed your soul and feed that sweet tooth and nourish your inner child, but don't injure you, right? What are some of your vices? Can you let go of those and find new things and new avenues and new ways to soothe your inner child? What does your inner child want to do? When I coach, I tell people, in order to find your purpose, I want you to think some certain things. First of all, get the book by Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way, and do the 4th-page morning purge. Trust me, when you're trying to figure yourself out, self-care, self-love, and all that good stuff, a way to really understand who you are and what you want on a deeper level other than dreams is to clear all that mind stuff out, that mind clutter, that cheetah, to get that out. So when we write a 4-page morning purge, which is hard to do, 4 pages is a lot, unedited and not judging yourself, when you do that, you are releasing, expressing, you are clearing the canvas, cleaning the mind clutter. You're allowing to be resourced from spirit, not your own ego or agenda. You're allowing your cup to be empty. It's Zen. You're receiving the messages, you're receiving the downloads. You're clearing out the cheetah, as they say in yoga, the mind clutter. And you're able to absorb those downloads. You're able to receive. Because a lot of us that are healers are givers. And guess what? We don't always receive. And that's not good. Okay, I knew I was going to pull this card. Find your tribe. You are the leader of your own pack. You are the wolf. Rewild, my child, my wolf spirit. That is medicine. Get out in nature. Eat healthy things. Go barefoot. Get grounded. Take an Epsom salt bath. Spoil yourself with delicious foods. Find juicy peaches and ripe avos and mangoes that are glistening and put them out in the sun and let them get more chi, and then cut them up as a ritual and take your time and listen to some beautiful ambient music. This is the wolf. Be your own leader. Be the leader you wish you had. You are the wolf. I am the wolf. We are a part of a tribe, and we are only as strong as the leader of our pack. The tribe is only as strong as the leader of the pack. I'm going to be studying some more things about wolves, because wolf medicine is the teacher, and that is something that I think I have had and I didn't really embrace as much as I feel it now, because I feel that there is a necessary need right now for all of us to be able to be leaders individually and then learn also how to work in a group in the future. This is going to benefit the collective hugely, okay? And the leaders are rising up. They're moving forward. And they're cutting out chivalrously with the Knight of Swords anything that does not serve them. Being the warrior of truth. This is coming in hot and heavy. This is cutting out what isn't serving the mind. This is clearing the mind clutter. The memories. The memories are what get us. A friend of mine said the other day to me, I was sharing with him, hey, there's a lot of things that you don't know about me since the last 30 years that I saw you as we reconnected. I'm not the same girl that you knew. Respectfully, oh, you're the same, you're totally the same. Yeah, a lot of ways I totally have held on to that core and that essence, and I'm not gonna lose that. That's who I am. I work to bring that out and not let the matrix or society or external factors dampen that person, that essence, that inner child, that pure heart that I am. I always say, eyes wide open as a child, but with the wisdom of a warrior. However, going back into that inner child, doing that shadow work and that inner child healing is the hard part, but then it gets sweet, it gets fun, because once you realize that the monsters underneath the bed aren't really that scary, You realize that fear is an illusion. You rise above it. And you know that as a warrior of love, that you can cut out the things that no longer serve you and know what your truth is and stay steadfast with that. That's leadership. That's autonomy. That's the wolf spirit. That's reclaiming your power, authentic power, not false power, whom you truly are and why you're here. And it's about trust. It's trusting your heart, self-trust, self-love. This is confidence. This is unshakable confidence guides me and my journey forward. This, of course, helps your heart, and it cultivates and energizes enthusiasm, and it heals with depression. The opposite of anxiety is self-trust. And the opposite of depression is self-love. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's a lot we unpacked today. I want to thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Feel free. I do private events, sacred events, special events. I'm a master Reiki, master healer, master oracle. I'm an intuitive healer and master, did I say tarot? Okay, sorry. Anyway, my methods are movement. My methods are nutrition. I have backgrounds in those. And most recently, master Reiki, master oracle, master tarot. Coached about 10K with my Divination and do private tarot parties as well. Feel free to email me. You'll have that in the bio. And also there's ways for you to be generous. Be generous of spirit. Pay it forward. And God knows I've paid it forward many, many times and still do every day. I'm going to be doing a session for a client tomorrow, paying it forward, trusting the universe will bring in the abundance that she's here for, and she will be able to monetize her life better and to be able to spread that payment to me when she is capable and able. I work on a sliding scale. Feel free to DM me or email me about rates, private tarot parties. I do special events. I've done Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, birthday parties, girls' nights in, all that fun stuff, even guys' nights in. Poker, and it would be a fun way too. You do your cards, I do mine. We can spill the tea about your women or your men, about your career. That's my specialty, is fast-tracking you to your God-given, pinpointed, laser beam focused gift of why you're truly here, rewilding and helping you to reclaim your magic. And anyhow, I will see you guys on the other side. I'll see you in the dreams, in your dreams. Hopefully we're dancing together. I love you very much. Sunshine Sea Hills. Have a beautiful, blessed day.